Good day, everybody. Welcome to the Bible in a Year 2021. We're on day 86, and this is Joshua chapter 16 to 18. Obviously, as we're going through this, we're at the stage now with Joshua where we're dealing with the dividing up of the lands. And there's not a lot to be said on that, but there are a number of things that pop up in here that I think are worth pointing out and mentioning. So that's what we're really dealing with here. And again, I believe that every one of these things exposes more of Yahweh to us, or reveals more of Yahweh to us, and helps us understand better. So let's move on here. Um, in chapter 10 of verse 10 of chapter 16, uh, we continue to see this pattern that I pointed out before, that there are these little failures, if you want to say, put it that way, where they go in and they'll occupy all the land. They'll drive everybody out. They'll kill everybody. But there'll be this one stronghold, this one location. We find it here with Ephraim. They failed to complete their task here. It says, but they didn't remove the Canaanites who lived in Gezer. So today the Canaanites who were used for forced labor still live within Ephraim. So there's a stronghold, and they were to drive everybody out. I just want to emphasize that again. That was Yahweh's command to them. That's what they were going in to do. He wanted every single one of them removed from the face of the planet, and all their idols. He wanted those destroyed. But it wasn't just Ephraim or the ones we mentioned before. Here's Manasseh now. This is the other half of Joseph. In verses 12 to 13 of chapter 17, they had the same failure. The people of Manasseh couldn't take over these cities, and the Canaanites were determined to live in this land. They were determined to live in this land. When the Israelites grew strong, they subjected the Canaanites to hard labor, but didn't remove them. So and this was the plan. It wasn't that they would be able to empty out the entire land all at once, because remember, we talked about this before. Yahweh uh, was not going to permit them to do that because wild animals will come in. They would have to get to a large enough number, a strong enough force that they could take care of the land themselves and then drive the rest of the Canaanites out. But these people became a source of labor for the Israelites. So they kept them around. They didn't do what Yahweh told them to do. They didn't fulfill that requirement going forward. And it led to problems later on down the road. And this is the ongoing mentality of humanity. We will pick and choose what we'll listen to when it comes to Yahweh. We'll, as long as it's convenient for us, we'll go along with it. But as soon as it becomes an inconvenience, we don't care about his righteousness. We don't care about his justice. We will do what we feel is right. So he's more of a convenience. He's more of an excuse for much of humanity to get the things that we want. And as soon as he's no longer usable for us, then we'll move on. So then we have this in Joshua 17, verse 14. The tribe of Joseph spoke to Joshua. Now we were just talking about them, Ephraim and Manasseh. So the tribe of Joseph spoke to Joshua. Why have you only given us a single lot and a solitary parcel for a legacy? We are numerous people whom the Lord has blessed so richly. So they're saying that they don't have enough. They want more. That's what they say. The problem is, so Joshua gives them the solution in verse 15. Then Joshua said, yes, you are a numerous people. So go up to the forest and clear ground for yourselves there in the land of the Perizzites and the Rephaim, because the Ephraimite highland is too small for you. So if what's been given to you is too small, go and take other territory. Go into the land of the Perizzites and the Rephaim, And yeah, you take land there, clear it. It's yours. You say that you're numerous. You say there's a lot of you. Then you go and do it because the whole land was before them. This was the idea that as they grew, as they needed more, they would just reach out and take that more. That and slowly they would occupy the whole land. So there's the solution, exactly what Yahweh said from the beginning. And then verse 16 reveals to us what the real problem is. The people of Joseph said, the highland isn't enough for us, but all the Canaanites who live in the valley region have iron chariots, both those in Beth Shean and its dependent cities, and those in the Jezreel Valley. So the problem is they don't have faith. They don't have confidence in the promises that Yahweh has given to them, that they can go and they can take, that he has put in fear into the hearts of the people, that he will go before them and drive them out, that they have guaranteed victory. That's what he said to them. They have guaranteed victory, but they're not willing to step into that. That's a real big problem right there. Sound familiar at all? We can talk about all the promises you want. You can make them placards and put them on your walls and on your fridge. But these are things that are meant to be acted upon. The promises that Jesus Christ has given to us are to be acted upon. We're supposed to do something with this. We can live in this boldness, but it's a boldness that comes from the motivation of love. We move out to do things, but not for our sakes, for the sake of others. That's the mandate that's been given to us. Israel had a different mandate than what's been given to us. Israel was to go in, and they were the punishment to these nations that were in rebellion. But Father ushered in this age of grace through Jesus Christ, and he has given us the answer through the Redeemer. And the Redeemer holds out an invitation, and we don't go out to conquer in that sense. We go out in to influence people with this invitation. We are to demonstrate what the kingdom is. We go out with this bold. We are supposed to be operating in the promises that have been given to us for the sake of this country, or for the sake of the world. Yeah. So, do we have the faith? It's a real problem here with the people of Joseph. Isn't it funny that it's coming from Joseph? Joseph, who trusted the Lord in every situation, that no matter where he found himself, that dad was doing something there, and he always acted faithful. He always did what he should do in that situation. And here his descendants were in a situation that they were failing to act upon. But the solution that Joshua gave them for this stays the same. It hasn't changed. Joseph then said to the house of Joseph, to Ephraim, and to Manasseh, you are a numerous people. He repeats it again. Possess great strength. This is what you said about yourself. I'm in agreement with you. This is who you are, because this is who God has made you to be. You will have more than a single lot. The highland will belong to you. Because it is a forest, you can clear it. Its farthest limits will be yours. You will definitely remove the Canaanites, even though they have iron chariots and are strong. He hasn't changed anything. He's telling them, go and possess what's been given to you. Go and take it. It's yours. These are the promises that have been given to you. So, yeah, there's the problem, the solution given, what the real problem is, and the solution remains the same. It doesn't matter. It's a lot there for us. In chapter 18, and it's that quick, right? Here we are in the last chapter, chapter 18. Just take note that only 2 tribes have received their territory. Of the 9.5 tribes that have come in to the promise, only 2 are receiving their territory. Verse 2 and 3, among the Israelites, 7 tribes were left that had not yet received their legacy. Joshua said to the Israelites, how long will you avoid going to take over the land that the Lord, the God of your ancestors, has given you? So they're dragging their feet. They're not doing what they were supposed to do. Yeah, they've stalled out. They're not driving out the Canaanites. They're not moving into the territory that had been given to them. They have the same attitude as Manasseh and Ephraim. In verse 10, we see that Joshua's getting old. He's old. Um, his time is coming. They've been at this for 5 years now. Then Joshua cast lots for them in Shiloh before the Lord. There Joshua divided up the shares of the land for the Israelites. It was him and the leaders of the people and the priests. They were all there before the Lord. So Joshua's getting old, and he can't wait until the others have taken the rest of the land. He can't wait for them to get off their behinds and get their act together. He's got to divide this up now. So he's assigning lots for land that still hasn't been occupied. It's still not conquered. Yeah. So we're going to pick that up tomorrow, right there. Yeah, just think of that whole thing. Just reflect on that whole thing. The problem, the solution, the real problem, and the solution is still the same. Are we living according to the promises of our King? Okay, well, you guys be blessed. Thank you so much for joining in today. And I pray it's going to be an incredible day as you continue to learn to walk in the Lord and to grow and to become everything He's intended you to be. God bless.